Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back here to the Convocation Center. Cade Williamson alongside Ethan Sargent. We switched duties here for this game. Ethan needed a little break with the play-by-play voice, so I'll be taking over play-by-play duties for this game here. We now move to Division 7 as we have number one of our two Southeast District title basketball games. This one, a number 1 versus number 4 seed matchup. South Webster taking on Fairfield. Rematch of last year's regional semifinal. Ethan, what are some keys really to keep an eye on moving into this basketball
You'll
game?
remember that South Webster or was it Fairfield? Fairfield won here dramatically last year.
Yes, it was Fairfield.
It was Fairfield.
It was
good
Fairfield.
switch there, Ethan. Fairfield dramatically beat Trimble, team from right in our backyard, right here on this floor in this very step last year in the district final. They'll be looking for a little more magic against this South Webster team that, let me tell you, this is a legit
talented
small
team.
School basketball team. This legit as they come. They have two of their losses are to that ultra-talented Minford team that we saw a couple of nights ago. And they're really well drilled. They've got a lot of different players that could cause you harm.
Yeah, and one of them obviously is Eli Roberts. We'll keep an eye on him throughout the game. And a big story overall with the South Webster team is Coach Norm Person. Coach is in his, second season with South Webster
season with
now,
them,
but he's been
far
all
from his
over the
second
SEO area.
Yeah.
He's third all-time when it comes to wins in the state of Ohio, so a very talented basketball coach there, and they're about to announce the starters here at the Convocation Center, so I guess Ethan, I'll turn it over to you now to really run through some of our starters.
I'll roll through the starters as Lou does. Can't quite do it in that voice, like I said, but I can give them to you. We'll start off with Fairfield. They've got a couple of guys starting out. We'll start off with the sophomore guard, Griffin Friend. He gets the start alongside another sophomore guard, number 5, Brody Smith. And then it's a couple of McIntoshes.
Yes.
You've got Logan McIntosh, the senior forward, and then Quentin McIntosh as well, the junior forward. 11 and 34 are their numbers. And then the final man is
Caleb
Barrera. Yes, Caleb Barrera. I lost track there. Caleb Barrera, number 3, will play as well. Then for the number 1 seed, South Webster, it's funny. Their lineup just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No messing about with the jersey numbers. Just get the guys on the floor and let them play. You mentioned Eli Roberts. What a great player he is in the front court for South Webster. And then another really talented player in the backcourt is Dylan Schumpert. He's the first-team guard in District 14, Division 7, and he is somebody that can control this basketball game. Hunter Bernard is number 5. He'll get the start at guard as well. And Owen Malt and Christian White will round out the starting 5. Very guard-heavy lineup there for South Webster.
Very similar to what we saw last game from Steubenville. They went out there with a very guard-heavy lineup, and South Webster, obviously, with Eli Roberts, him being 6 feet 8 inches tall, it'll be very interesting to see how Fairfield will be able to go against him on the inside. He's a forward, but he can play like a guard. He can shoot it from the outside. He can shoot it from around the elbow area, does Eli Roberts. And obviously his South Webster Jeets are looking for back-to-back district titles. 19-3, they come in 8-2, representing the SOC 3. They finished second in conference there, and obviously we talked about Coach Norm Person. He was the Division 7 District 14 Tri-Coach of the Year, along with Fairfield's head coach, that being Quentin Williams. Both of them by the coaches were Tri-Coaches of the Year. He was also the media select for the Division 7 All-District Coach of the Year. He got that with, I believe it's with Matt Mader, if I'm not mistaken, a guy who we will see in the final game wrapping things up in Division 7.
Really good Portsmouth Notre Dame team that we're going to see in just about 2 hours' time. We got to get through this one first. The Jeeps of South Webster. Great mascot. One of my favorites. I mentioned those losses. Those 2 losses to Minford were in the conference. They were both battles against a really good Minford
squad. A lot of eyes were on those games. A lot of eyes across Southeast.
Some of the best atmospheres we've seen were in those games. And then you want to know the third loss? Fairland, who were fantastic this year, right? So this is a team that is battle-tested, battle-proven. They've picked up victories against some really good schools. I look at Beaver Eastern, who we saw earlier today. They didn't just beat them; they beat them by 26.
Yeah.
At home, not on the road, at home.
They took down Notre Dame.
Took down Wheelersburg twice.
Yeah.
They beat Portsmouth Notre Dame pretty comfortably. They beat Valley. They beat Waverly. And again, really just Minford. And when your 3 losses on the season are Minford and Fairland, you did something right.
Yes.
And this team keen to keep that going. Fairfield as well. They've got a good squad. They've played some tough basketball games this year in the conference. They play in such a competitive league as well in the Southern Hills Athletic Conference.
And here we are ready to rock and roll. It's Robert and Logan McIntosh, but There we go. We're off and ready to roll in here from the convo with game number 4 of our quintuple header here today as the Jeeps of South Webster will start off with the basketball and quickly swinging around. They will go to Malt. Now back to the top of the key for White. Moving the ball quickly. It's Schubert. Now to Barnard. Back to Schubert. They're trying to look on the inside for Roberts. They finally get him as he is guarded there by Logan McIntosh. Back out for a 3 easy. That's White. Won't get it to fall from the right wing. Tipped. Finally corralled in. That'd be Quentin McIntosh. We saw this Fairfield team not too long ago, Ethan, just a little over a week ago as they took on Trimble.
That was quite the drive.
It was quite the drive for us, and it was a 56-minute basketball game, one of the quickest basketball games I've ever attended in my entire life when it comes to high school and on upward.
What a cut.
Inside there, easy bucket for Griffin Friend, and he gets the Fairfield Lions on the board early. And as mentioned, they represent the Southern Hills Athletics Conference. They're not in the same division as North Adams. They are in the 2 division, the same division as Manchester that we will see a bit later. I believe that's the smaller school division that they use. Roberts is trying to bark out orders to his offense here as Schubert gets it out wide to White. Now it's to Roberts, top of the key. Swings it around.
That
That's
McIntosh
Barnard.
and Roberts matchup is going to be huge as there's a turnover on the backside.
South Webster turns it over, easy up of the bucket. It goes in. It's Brody Smith, easy with the layup there. He was a first-team selection by both the media and the coaches when it comes to Division 7 here in the southeast area of Ohio.
Yeah, Logan McIntosh, really talented player. He gave Trimble fits in that first-round game.
Had a double.
He's somebody he can pull up from the outside as well and shoot the 3.
Yes.
And that's something to keep an eye on. We'll see if Roberts counters him. And there he is with
Almost
the hands.
turned it over. Yes, they're going to say it's off of Roberts and McIntosh is
No, they switched.
Early.
They switched it.
No. They say it's off of McIntosh.
They switched it there.
So it will remain South Webster possession. But you said it about McIntosh there. He had a double-double in that basketball game against Trimble, and he's been performing quite well down the stretch for this Fairfield Lions squad. They took a victory over Latham Western in their semifinal matchup, the 5 seed, 45-39 victory for them earlier this week, while South Webster defeated White Oak for their district semifinal victory. Into the corner now for Roberts, still scoreless are the Jeeps, 4-0 in favor of Fairfield early on. They're getting out early, easy bucket. No, the layup will not go, fading away. Schubert. They got numbers here, go the Lions the opposite way. McIntosh decides to slow it for a second. Right by Barnard, out wide,
nice
kick on the inside.
Again.
McIntosh, that McIntosh connection. And a timeout quickly by the Jeeps. Coach Norm Person wants it. 30-second timeout here early in this first quarter. And Ethan, out the gate, Fairfield so far. Wow. Just electric start for the Lions out of the gate of this.
I will say, watch Quentin Williams on the sideline, the coach for the Lions. He is one of the most animated coaches I have ever seen at any level. This guy is, and it goes both ways. He'll get fired up with his players, he'll rip into his players, and he demands excellence at every single step of the way. And he is, look, even in the huddle, you can see right now he's pointing, he's demanding more of his players. And I'm telling you, right, when a coach goes about that the right way, you get buy-in. You get your players to believe in what you want to see them become as a coach, and he's a young guy. I mean, he's not probably not. You think about the difference in coaching experience in this matchup. Quentin Williams in year 3, Norm Person
has been coaching all the way since the 80s.
almost year 40 now.
When it comes to his ability to be coaching down in the Southeast Ohio region there with Coach Norm Person. I mean, you got a guy who's, like you said, 3rd season overall, and the guy who's 3rd all-time.
Inside to Roberts. Here we
go, and he gets it. Does the 6-8 forward from the left block. He finally gets the Jeeps on the board here. Fairfield still shooting perfect from the field so far. Almost a turnover. Griffin Friend corrals it. Kicks it back to Barrera. Guarded well defensively out wide. That's Schubert on the defense. They're going to hand it off now to Smith, the sophomore. Back into the corner, driving baseline, swinging it around for Friend on the right corner. Dribbling, backing down, lost his dribble for a second. A good defense in that situation, poked it away. There was Christian White, the senior. And now the Jeeps will have it. They have a wide open Barnard on the opposite way. Backing down, looking for a shot on the inside. Tough fadeaway, leaves it short. Caught nothing but the air on that one. Smith with the basketball, driving right to left. McIntosh left wing, got it! Logan McIntosh out the gate early. He's rolling for the Lions of Fairfield.
Yeah, he's such a dangerous scorer. Like I said there, he's a guy that can spot up from 3. Jeeps trying to answer.
And it does not go there with the 3-point opportunity from Malt. It'll be out of bounds. Couldn't corral it. Was Brody Smith, as we're going to see substitutions here for the Jeeps as Bo Stevens and Bryson McClintock will check into the basketball game. Stevens with 6 points, 4 rebounds, and assists, 3 steals, and a block in the game over White Oak. And McClintock, 7 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. They get it in quickly and swinging around the horn. As it'll be Stevens. Now back to Mold into the corner now for Schubert. Looking for a rub off. So that was McClitnick. Back on the right wing. They're going to kick it around. Back inside. Good dribble on the inside for the Jeeps. Back out. Schubert takes a three. In. He got it to fall. Nylon easy. South Webster answers with a three. Back to a 4-point difference here.
Good. This is a good early stylistic matchup.
Yes,
Both
it
of
is.
these teams, the shots are starting to fall now in this first quarter, and it's going to be interesting to see how they defend stylistically against McIntosh. The Jeeps, we'll see how they defend, and they just let the threes continue to rain.
As it was Smith on the opposite way, couldn't get it to fall for Fairfield. That's their first missed shot of the game. Roberts up court, easy for Molt. He got it. Up and under goes Molt. And a great pass there, as you mentioned. Good assist there for Eli Roberts. Both these teams historically 5-0. The series has been dominated by South Webster since 2006. Last year, we mentioned the last time these teams match up, a regional semifinal, as both of them won district titles, and it went in favor of South Webster 48-45. So these teams very familiar with each other. Logan
100%.
McIntosh.
And this is where you get these battles, and now you get the switches defensively as well on McIntosh.
Put too much on it. Rebound by the other McIntosh. That's Quinton. He's fouled on the way up. He'll go to the line and shoot two for our first free throws of the game. Quinton and Logan McIntosh have worked well. Logan led the way in points against Western Latham with 16. Had a rebound and a steal in that victory on Tuesday for the Lions. So McIntosh at the line. First one is up and doesn't able to get the roll.
A couple of rolls didn't get it to go.
Lions obviously in their home black jerseys with the red numbers and lettering and the white highlights. The second one falls. South Webster in their home white uniforms with their red lettering, numbers, and highlights. In the opposite way, they will bring it up the court. It's McClitnick swinging around to Roberts. He'll take a deep three from the right wing. He isn't able to get it, as looking for a foul was Roberts. But up the court quickly, they will go the Lions. It's Barrera. He lost it for a second, but instead is called for a foul. It'll be a reach and a poke in there, as we'll see who they whistle it on. They're going to get, I believe, McClitnick will be charged with a foul.
Yeah, it was 24 is what they were motioning.
And Bernard will check back into the game, and McClitnick will head right to that bench. Now, I don't know about you, Ethan, but both of these teams I saw here last year in district finals as they took on, obviously, Athens County teams.
Yeah.
Fairfield beat Trimble, and then South Webster beat Federal Hawking last year.
Yep.
As McIntosh on the inside tried to get a
Great
floater
take.
in the lane, wasn't able to get it to fall. Roberts gets it, pushes it up to Bernard. Driving down the right lane, stops, pops, easy, two cash. 1 point difference now for the Jeeps. Starting to get the offense rolling are the South Webster Jeeps.
Yeah, great ball movement there, and really good job by Bernard to just sense the post-up opportunity and take full advantage.
Griffin Friend now with the basketball. Out wide near the Ohio logo here at center circle.
That was tipped, that pass.
It was good defense there, good hands. I believe it was Schubert who got his hands on it. Griffin Friend driving down. Backs it out now.
Great cut.
Great cut. It was a pick and roll option there, and an easy bucket for Logan McIntosh. Settled right in around the block and got the easy two. Roberts on the opposite way. Attacks defenders and a great take. Eli Roberts right to the bucket he goes. And quickly pushing the break are the Lions. It'll be Smith. Takes it out to Barrera. Taking their time.
Got a big size advantage in this matchup here.
Yes, it's Logan McIntosh working against the smaller Stevens. Kicks it out, taking their time. The Lions will swing it around the horn. It's Barrera in the corner, guarded by Bernard. Good defense. He beats him off the dribble, drives right, stop, pop in the lane. Won't get it to fall. An extra bounce will find the hands of Eli Roberts, and he will bring it up the court now for the Jeeps. Bernard down to the corner for Stevens. Looking for a three opportunity for Schubert. Instead, he'll drive through defenders. Shot blocked by McIntosh. It was Quinton McIntosh, but they're going to get him, I believe, on a foul call, which will send Schubert to the line.
Yeah, hard collision there. Winced for a second, but he got up. He's good.
They're actually going to get Barrera, I believe, on the foul. No, it is Quinton McIntosh. I couldn't see the second number held up by the referee there, but it'll be Schubert at the line trying to give South Webster their first lead of the basketball game if he can get both of these to fall. South Webster's a team that shoots quite well from the line, just a shade under 70% at 69.5. They tie this game up at 12s, excuse me. substitutions here. Rice will enter the basketball game for the Lions. Caleb Rice, that is, and I believe we saw the reintroduction of Christian White into this game, as he gave Mull to rest on the bench. Second opportunity, Jeeps take the lead for the first time in this basketball game.
Fairfield have done a great job so far at limiting the opportunities that South Webster have had, especially with Roberts, but the openings are starting to happen. They will happen. Now you just have to be able to react and respond.
Lions still with the basketball. It's Logan McIntosh now to Griffin Friend. Out wide, looking to attack on the inside, dribbling his man, fade away. Nope, pump fake, kicks it out. Barrera in the lane, runner, tries to get it. He was fouled. I think they're going to get Stevens on the foul there. So whistle blown a little bit more early in this basketball game than it was in the last one.
Yeah.
Bo Stevens or that foul, that's his first.
Yeah, we haven't really had, with the exception of
The
probably
first
the first game.
First game was really the only.
The whistles have been relatively short today.
With 2 to shoot.
In that first game, we saw a combined 50 free throws in that basketball game.
Yeah, and far too many misses from both schools.
They shot combined under 50% in that basketball game.
Yeah.
They were combined 22 for 50.
Yeah.
Second one at the line, looking to tie. Barrera
Got
gets it to fall. Split them at the line, and the Jeeps will take it quickly the opposite way. Looking inside, they're looking for Bernard on the left wing. He steady tacks to the right, looking for a handoff here for Stevens. Guarded well by Rice, who recently checked in. Trying to get, look at little give and go action. Stevens cut right to the bucket. He gave it up and then cut right to the bucket down the right lane. Got the easy 2. Jeeps out front, 30 seconds.
You can see that ball movement is really starting to come alive for South Webster.
Rice looking deep for McIntosh. Thought about a 3. Instead he finds Griffin Friend. He'll take a 3. Cash!
That's a 3. Griffin
Fairfield out front. South Webster will see if they play for the final shot here.
Probably
Clock waning
should.
down the quarter. It looks like they were going to go quick for a second. Schubert did. Now they're going to look inside for Stevens. Ball poked away for a second. He recollects it. Fade away. Jay
Nice
got it.
job.
They're going to get it in quickly, trying to look for a 3/4 court shot. Short with it. But another quick offensive quarter there
South Webster 17.
between South Webster and Fairfield. South Webster will take the quarter,
Fairfield
17 to 16. As we will take a little break here from the convos, you are watching district final action here on Total Media Sports.
Southeast Appalachian Regional Community Health of Ohio is proud to present The Search Project. The Search Project through the Jackson County Health Department is a program designed to decrease the negative impacts of COVID-19 and other public health issues and promote healthy behaviors through the deployment of community health work. The project is funded by CDC and serves 11 counties in southeastern Ohio. For more information, contact the Jackson County Health Department at 740-935-6322.
Hungry for something amazing? Sully's in the Valley is now open in Beaver, serving up the best flavors around, from sizzling brick oven pizzas to what might be the best Reuben in Ohio. Every bite is made with top quality, high-grade ingredients, fresh, flavorful, and crafted to perfection. Sully's is your new go-to spot. Come see what everyone's talking about. Sully's in the Valley, now open in Beaver.
Back at the convo here, Cade Williamson, Ethan Sargent. Fourth game of our quintuple header. We're finally into Division 7 action as we have the first of 2 district championships here from the Convocation Center. South Webster currently ahead of Fairfield in this one as the Lions got out to an early lead, but after a timeout from the Jeeps and Coach Norm Person, they've worked right back into the basketball game. Has South Webster. They're looking inside, looking for the McIntosh to McIntosh connection, but instead Fairfield turns it right over.
Yeah, they tried to get that underneath look to Quentin McIntosh, the junior. He had the right position, but the pass was just a little bit too high from Logan McIntosh, and it'll be a turnover.
Jeeps looking for Roberts. Now to White. Now to Schubert. Back to Bernard, looking for Stevens. Swinging it as they go. Top of the key now. Shot fake. Schubert drives, kicks. Stevens, corner 3. Got it.
From the arc.
Easy.
A tray. Bo
Triple
Stevens.
falls there for the Jeeps. They extend their lead to 4, largest of the ball game. McIntosh on the opposite way, getting another screen there from the other McIntosh. It's Logan with the basketball. Kicks it into the short corner here for Smith. Smith, as we get a whistle and a timeout, it'll be a 30-second timeout here called by Fairfield. Still relatively early into this second quarter, so we'll keep it here. as it stands. But both these teams, looking at the statistics so far, they're shooting well from the floor. I mean, Fairfield in their first possessions was 100%. Couple threes fell there. They got out to an early lead, but South Webster's battled right back into this basketball game. And you talked a little bit about it, Ethan. They haven't really worked through Roberts much. It's been the other guards that have started to pick up a little bit here for the Jeeps.
Yeah, and you look at this Fairfield squad and the way they play, right, their identity is that defensive tenacity. They only allow about 42.6 points per game, which is a very good number.
The lowest that any team will see today, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you think about that.
Second lowest. The lowest will be Portsmouth Notre Dame.
All right, well, I mean, again, the defensive tenacity, and again, the way Coach Williams, coaches his squad, it's built on that. And again, you see the intensity in the huddle, and that's what it's all about in terms of building that defensive identity. So they got to stick to that. They're doing a pretty good job early so far against South Webster, but they're going to have to continue to be better than that.
It's Logan McIntosh, now guarded by Bernard. Gets a screen. Now he switches it into Roberts, guarded by Roberts.
Yeah, had a wide open look.
Barrera had an open look. He hesitated for a second. Offensive rebound will go to Friend. Logan McIntosh trying to recover now are the Lions. Quentin McIntosh. They look all out of sorts, and they finally will kick it out. And they're looking for Griffin.
Yeah, I was going to say that was a good point and motion to reset the offense because there was people not on the same page there after that offensive rebound.
Seemed a bit out of sorts there, did the Lions, and they'll reset an offensive set here. Looking for Barrera top of the key. He's got it, drives down the left, slashes to the bucket, stops, kicks it out. Ball poked away for a second.
Oh.
A little kicking himself there was Christian White. He thought he could have maybe got that and taken that up court as Bernard almost forces a turnover. Somehow the Lions hold on to it.
It's a great job by South Webster here. Everybody's maintaining their defensive assignments.
McIntosh to Friend. Friend attacking on the inside, stops around the elbow, kicks it. Now to Barrera.
It's a long possession, almost a minute now.
Great defense here by South Webster on this possession. They've done well to switch. The pick and rolls here for the Lions have not worked. McIntosh driving in, fade away, doesn't get it to fall. Quentin McIntosh rebound. No, they're going to get him on a push, on a loose ball foul. It'll go the way of the Jeeps. That will be Quentin McIntosh's second. So he's already in the can't pick up another here before the halftime break. Still with 5:48 left to go.
Yeah, key part of your team. You definitely can't have him go down. But such a good defensive possession there from South Webster. Just everybody hit their assignments. Everybody stayed true to the assignments. And that's winning basketball.
Roberts, good pick and roll, rolled around a screen, an off-ball screen. He's doubled in the short corner, takes it to Stevens. Now back out to White. Now to Schubert, taking their time now as South Webster looking for a high percentage shot. Stevens, good defense from Barrera.
Yeah, right back. Fairfield responding in kind with great defense of their own.
Bernard, as they go into the corner now for Stevens. Kicks it back out. White, good ball movement here from the Jeeps. Roberts on the block, backing down McIntosh. Kicks it into the corner. Stevens, open look, three, cash! Beautiful passing, beautiful possession there by the Jeeps as they extend it to their largest lead of the ball game.
You could play such great. Ooh,
almost a turnover
ran through
there.
the referee. As I was saying, you could play great defense, Fairfield, and they did play a good defensive possession there. But you got the off-ball screen on the far side of the court, and that just opened up that look, for South Webster. Stevens came off at Bo Stevens, and he did a great job at sinking that three. And look, again, you could play as good a defensive possession, but one mistake, one slight step, it wasn't even really a mistake. It was just great offense from South Webster, and now the lead is 7.
It can come back to haunt you from time to time. As Fairfield will try to answer here offensively on a bit of a cold spell in their last few possessions. Barrera on the inside attacking. Looking for a runner in the lane, left it short. Roberts corrals it. He'll push it up the floor now for the Jeeps. Setting up the offense, pointing to his defender.
Trying to go coast to coast.
Fadeaway jumper. He was fouled by Logan McIntosh. He'll go to the line and shoot 2, much to the dismay of the Lion faithful. So 2 at the line here for Roberts. South Webster as a team, as mentioned, shoot quite well. Both these teams shoot pretty well from the free throw line. South Webster is better from the floor, though, as a team, while Fairfield is better from outside. They shoot the 3 at a 37% clip. Second one for Roberts at the line. He missed the first. He gets the second to fall. Lead extends here. up to 8 for the Jeeps.
Yeah, a bit of a lid on the bucket for Fairfield right now. They got to get one in here and just slow the bleeding a little bit. They haven't scored yet in this second quarter.
As they were looking for almost a double team action there against Barrera. As he looks on a pick and roll inside and in out of the hands. Had an open Logan McIntosh. He was rolling right to the bucket.
Yeah, he made a nice peel, and he couldn't quite get the finish there that he needed on the pass.
And so yet another turnover there for Fairfield. Only 3 so far in this game. South Webster had 1. It was early in the game, but the Jeeps have controlled this ball game since that timeout from Coach Norm Person. Looking on the opposite way, a little pick and pop action. Roberts, 3, right wing, no good. Tipped and an offensive rebound goes to Schubert. He'll dribble it out into the corner. Tries to attack with the left. Ball was poked away for a second. Reaching in with Smith. They were looking for a foul with the Jeeps. Didn't get it. Bernard dribbling with his right, hands it off to Stevens.
Look at Coach Williams on the sideline.
He squatted all the way down.
That is honestly,
like a frog.
it's impressive form.
Almost like a frog
Yeah.
there.
I'd kill for that ankle flexibility.
I would too.
Yeah.
Years of cross-country running have taken that away from me.
Same here.
Stevens attacks to the bucket. Easy take. 10-point lead now for the Jeeps. They're starting to take over this basketball game after that timeout, as I mentioned.
Yeah, again, that's coaching experience.
Yes.
You know, they had a lid on the bucket early, and now the lid is flipped sides essentially. And Coach Person knows how to calm down, and again, he knows how to win.
Yes, he does. He definitely knows how to win. He currently has the
And
most
it's a
active
steal.
wins as a steal, and a run out here from Roberts. Hammers it home! And a timeout called by the Lions, a full timeout from Coach Williams. We will take it with him. 12-point difference and a major run. Still scoreless in the second quarter are the Lions.
Discover the ultimate destination for custom apparel at Elizabeth's Custom Tees. Specializing in direct-to-film printed apparel and top-notch embroidery, we bring your designs to life with crisp vibrancy. From sports team to businesses, we've got you covered. Our embroidery services offer a classic, high-quality finish. Whether it's clothing or accessories, we customize it all. Serving Beaver, Ohio, and beyond, contact Philip or Kristen Babs at 357-6531 or 395-4905. Visit us on Facebook or email elizabethstees@gmail.com. Elevate your style with Elizabeth's Custom Tees today.
A proud sponsor of Eastern Pike Local School Sports, Chase Brown Law, LLC is your trusted attorney in Waverly, Ohio. Whether it's real estate, closings, title searches, estate planning, probate, child custody, or divorce, we're here to help. Visit us at 112 West 3rd Street or call 740-947-2176. Chase Brown Law, your partner in navigating life's legal complexities.
You're watching Total Media Sports coverage of the OHSAA Convo Tournament. Don't forget to subscribe for more local sports content.
Back at the combo, 28-16 South Webster, the second quarter on an 11-0 run this entire second quarter. Fairfield has not had any points so far. So we're working deep into this quarter right now, Ethan. They've had some troubles just trying to find the offensive
Yeah,
touch.
some serious troubles. And again, that is why this team is so dangerous, because they can wake up in an instant. And really, look, they were asleep for the first couple minutes of this game. Fairfield took advantage, but since then, like you said, since that timeout, and look at that, again, the tenacity,
Almost
the effort.
forcing another turnover.
Wow, great job by McIntosh to somehow keep the basketball there.
Somehow kept it, kicks it out.
Great pass.
Looking here for Brody Smith. He's been quiet so far in this game and continues, only 2 points. Brody Smith is the man who usually leads this team offensively. Him and McIntosh. Bernard trying to keep the momentum in favor of the Jeeps. Attacking is Schubert. Backs it out now with the dribble. And a Molt. Thinking about a 3. Dribbles to his life now. Down to the corner here for Bernard. Gets a screen. Good screen from Roberts. Great dump off pass to Stevens. He finishes from the right block. Continuing the run here. 13-0 run in the second quarter. Still no points for the Lions as they trail by 14, largest lead of the game.
Yeah, it's been dominant. It's been dominant in this quarter from South Webster. It's just they went up a gear. And
Yes,
right
they
now,
did.
as of now, the Lions haven't been able to match that.
Inside
Nice
step
step
back
back.
jumper they needed here from Smith, and he buries it. Finally, they get points. Took him over 6 minutes. For the bucket was Brody Smith.
Yeah, you want to try and get this back to a 6-7 point game before the end of the half if you can. Try and steal the momentum back a little bit.
Molt Now for Schubert out wide, top of the key. Now to Stevens. Stevens had a handful of buckets here in the past couple of possessions. Malt to Stevens, attacking to the bucket. Bo Stevens, no, won't go. Kick it out quickly. It's Smith pushing the break now for the Lions. Looking in the corner for Hodson, who recently checked in. He'll take a three. No, leaves it short. Gets his own rebound. Attacks on the inside. Kicks it out. McIntosh. Three. College range. Cash.
From the arc,
5-0 burst here for the Lions.
Logan McIntosh.
Under a minute now left to play in the second quarter of action.
And they switched into a zone there, I think. They switched out a man into the zone for this possession.
As they sit
Looking
down,
like a 2-3. McIntosh defending the interior.
See anchors down inside
And
near
I
the
think
Mac
the Chiefs
logo.
are keen to hold here until the final possession, or
It's
for the
Bernard.
final possession, should say.
Bernard holds it, kicks it now to Roberts. Guarded by Friend in that 2-3 zone. Roberts into the short corner now. Kicks it to Malt. Swings it now into the hands of Schubert. Poked away for a
defense.
second. That's a turnover. Fairfield will have a chance to play for the final shot. They have a 5-0 run, trying to keep it going here down the stretch of the first half. Friend, 10 seconds. Looking inside. Kicks it McIntosh. Looking for Hodson. Instead, he'll go right to the cup. Finger roll. Can't get it. Rebound. Put back. His shot was blocked. Foul by Schubert. He'll go to the line and shoot two with 1.7 remaining.
Great job there by Webster to get, by McIntosh to go get his own rebound. He tried the little floater. It didn't really work, but he was able to grab it and then draw the foul, and now he'll get two shots here. 1.7 to go, so South Webster will have a half-court heave potentially, or maybe they'll try something else.
Fairfield was trailing 30-14 or 30-16.
Yeah, the game threatened to get away from him a little bit.
It did, and they've gone on a bit of a run here down the stretch. They
kind of listened. They listened to what I said.
Yeah.
Just about, like, you want to get back, and if they make this, it'll be right where I said. That 6-7 point mark, you go into halftime with a little bit of momentum after, getting punched in the mouth a couple times there in that second quarter, especially early in the quarter, and now, you're down 7.
They get both the fault as McIntosh, so now, yes, they are down 7. Half court here from Roberts, just a shade short. But bit of a runs through the second quarter it went. It was 13-0 run South Webster, and then a 7-point run for Fairfield to end the quarter. We'll take a break here at halftime, be back with some scores and some updates here as you're watching Total Media Sports and District Final Action.
When every second counts, trust Emergency Medical Transport of Ohio. Covering Scioto, Pike, and Adams County, we're ready for any transport need. 911 emergencies, hospital transfers, dialysis, nursing home transports, and more. Safe, reliable, and always prepared. Our team is dedicated to getting you to where you need to be when you need to be there, because your care is our priority. Emergency Medical Transport of Ohio, ready when you need us. Serving Scioto, Pike, and Adams County. Call today or learn more online.
In life's most challenging moments, turn to the compassionate staff at Cox Burkett Funeral Home in Beaver, Ohio. Whether you're facing an unexpected loss or considering pre-planned arrangements, the team is here to assist you every step of the way. You will be guided through all aspects of the arrangement process with care and understanding. At Cox Burkett Funeral Home in Beaver, they're there to support you in creating a service that honors and celebrates the life of your loved one. Cox Burkett Funeral Home, where compassion meets understanding. Call anytime.
Are you feeling the chill or battling the heat? Look no further than Austin Heating and Cooling, your one-stop solution for all your HVAC needs. Serving Beaver, Ohio and beyond, we offer complete residential and light commercial services, including HVAC installation, repairs, and maintenance. But that's not all. Partnered with Village Construction and Septic, we provide comprehensive solutions from walk-in coolers to wood boilers, plumbing, and even camper services. With over 15 years of experience, you can trust us to keep you comfortable all year round. Call Corey Austin at 835-1365 or find us on Facebook. Austin Heating and Cooling, your comfort is our priority.
Hungry for something amazing? Sully's in the Valley is now open in Beaver, serving up the best flavors around, from sizzling brick oven pizzas to what might be the best Reuben in Ohio. Every bite is made with top quality, high-grade ingredients, fresh, flavorful, and crafted to perfection. Sully's is your new go-to spot. Come see what everyone's talking about. Sully's in the Valley, now open in Beaver.
Discover the ultimate destination for custom apparel at Elizabeth's Custom Tees. Specializing in direct-to-film printed apparel and top-notch embroidery, we bring your designs to life with crisp vibrancy. From sports team to businesses, we got you covered. Our embroidery services offer a classic, high-quality finish. Whether it's clothing or accessories, we customize it all. Serving Beaver, Ohio, and beyond, contact Philip or Kristen Babs at 357-6531 or 395-4905. Visit us on Facebook or email elizabethstees@gmail.com. Elevate your style with Elizabeth's Custom Tees today.
A proud sponsor of Eastern Pike Local School Sports, Chase Brown Law, LLC is your trusted attorney in Waverly, Ohio. Whether it's real estate, closings, title searches, estate planning, probate, child custody, or divorce, we're here to help. Visit us at 112 West 3rd Street or call 740-947-2176. Chase Brown Law, your partner in navigating life's legal complexities.
You're watching Total Media Sports coverage of the OHSAA Convo Tournament. Don't forget to subscribe for more local sports content.
Back here at the Convocation Center, halftime between South Webster and Fairfield here for this Division 7 district final matchup. So far, it's been South Webster's game basically since that timeout from Coach Norm Person about halfway through the first quarter of action. South Webster went on a 13-0 run for a majority of that majority of that second quarter, and then switched it back to Fairfield. They went on a 7-0 run of their own to end that quarter. So a game of runs, really, that second quarter action there. Fairfield got back into this basketball game. They were trailing 17-16 at the end of the first. It's now 30-23 at halftime. And Ethan, what are some things that you're seeing so far from the South Webster squad that's got them to this lead outside of really just the guard play at this point?
Well, yeah, the guard play has been fantastic, and they're working off of Roberts, right?
Yes.
When you have a player like Roberts who's 6'8", towers over most people on the basketball court, your first option might just be, let's just chuck him the ball. But they've done a really good job at playing off him, kicking the ball out. Bo Stevens has been fantastic. He's got 14 points.
Yes.
And using the strengths of Roberts to the team's strengths and tailoring the way that they set up the basketball in that way has really led to a lot of success for South Webster. But Fairfield did a really good job of battling back there late in that first half. The game, like we mentioned just before the break, threatened to get away from them. There's a world where they're down by 20 right now, and the game's all but over.
Yeah.
Instead, they go on that quick little 7-0 run. It's a 7-point game, and this game is far from over.
Yeah, you're definitely right there. This game is far from over. I mean, last year we talked about the history between these two squads. Last year they matched up. It was 48-45. It was a victory for South Webster. They've led the series the entire time, but still, I mean, these are competitive teams. These are competitive games. Both these teams won a district title last year for a reason. I mean, obviously you saw a couple pieces from Fairfield move off the side a bit as they lost a guy like Larkin Friend, who was on that squad last year for the Lions, and now his younger brother Griffin Friend started to step up, only a sophomore this year. But obviously they still have McIntosh. McIntosh has played well so far. The thing that I want to see from Fairfield, and I don't know that we've really hinted on a little bit, was Brody Smith start to get going a bit offensively. He's been a little quiet in this basketball game offensively. Yes. He's the guy offensively. He's the guard that they run through most of their offense. I mean, obviously, yes, we've seen Logan McIntosh take over this game at a point, hit a couple of big buckets on the inside, but Brody Smith's really, that's the guard forward working that they do. Sometimes you'll see Griffin Friend worked in there as well, but that's the main two right there. They're the two experienced guys on the squad that are leading the squad offensively, and they've been a bit quiet outside of McIntosh. Brody Smith, we'll see if he can get a bit more involved here in this second half of this basketball game. But I mean, hey, we've got a competitive game going on here once again. It's game 4
really
of
competitive,
5.
yeah.
Game 4 of 5. We thought that really this one would be a pretty competitive game, especially after the history from how these teams played each other close last year and the way that we saw these teams play. I mean, obviously South Webster, that team in small school basketball, a lot of circles have been around that squad this year in general with the way that South Webster is able to play. We talked about their 3 losses this year. 2 to Memphis, and their other one was to what? Fairfield was their
Fairfield,
other? So that's crazy.
Really impressive resume, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, and when you look at it the other way for Fairfield, they've been a pretty solid squad this year. Only the 4 seed, obviously, here in the Southeast District in Division 7, but still very talented overall with them. We'll take another break here and be back with second half action here. So don't go away. You're listening to and watching District Final Basketball here on Total Media Sports.
Hungry for something amazing? Sully's in the Valley is now open in Beaver, serving up the best flavors around, from sizzling brick oven pizzas to what might be the best Reuben in Ohio. Every bite is made with top quality, high-grade ingredients, fresh, flavorful, and crafted to perfection. Sully's is your new go-to spot. Come see what everyone's talking about. Sully's in the Valley, now open.
A proud sponsor of Eastern Pike Local School Sports, Chase Brown Law, LLC is your trusted attorney in Waverly, Ohio. Whether it's real estate, closings, title searches, estate planning, probate, child custody, or divorce, we're here to help. Visit us at 112 West 3rd Street or call 740-947-2176. Chase Brown Law, your partner in navigating life's legal complexities.
Back at the combo, second half action just moments away here in Division 7 Southeast District between the South Webster Jeeps and the Lions of Fairfield, as it'll be South Webster's basketball to start. Second half of play. This is the Southeast 1 District bracket.
Yep.
Both
we got two. Southeast 2 will be our next matchup, which will be Manchester and Portsmouth Notre Dame. And there's Roberts going to work.
As he gets to work early and gets an easy bucket there. It is Eli Roberts, his 9th points of the basketball game there with that bucket. Fairfield trying to answer quickly. Ball was poked away. And it was poked away.
It got tipped. So
it was White who poked it out of his hands and works itself out of bounds.
It's the same lineup that started the game for South Webster that's back in now. Stevens 14 points off the bench, which is something that is really, I mean, you don't see it a ton in Ohio.
Yeah.
But it's really valuable to have that bench score. Great defense there from Roberts underneath on McIntosh.
As McIntosh was trying to do a fadeaway, as Roberts gave him a bit of a shove there for a second down on the floor. As those two are getting a little chippy down there on the right elbow.
Those battles will get you. And there's Roberts with the length to poke that ball away.
Fifth turnover of the
game. Steal it back.
Fifth turnover of the game there for the Lions. And trying to get back to a double-digit lead are the Jeeps. It'll be White up the floor. Now for Bernard into the corner. Or Schubert looking for a cutting. Malt didn't see him in time. Poked away for a second.
This might be, no, I thought it might have came off of
the leg
South Webster
there.
Last.
But it was poked away by Griffin
disagree.
Friend.
Yep.
Griffin Friend got the poke away there. As Malt will settle himself here into the back court. I'm sure that the inbound will go right to him, as it does. And now man-to-man defense once again here for the Lions. Kick it out now to Bernard, looking for a cutting Roberts in the short corner. He's doubled. Ball's tipped away, and a turnover forced there by McIntosh.
Great job defensively there.
Both
Get the hands in the way.
Both the big men have started to work a few turnovers here. McIntosh attacks on the inside. Stops, put up a runner.
Need to do that more. Need to do that more. 100%. Need to drive in when you don't have Roberts as your primary defender. McIntosh needs to recognize that and use his size advantage, because when he's matched up on anybody but number one, he's got the advantage.
As he weaves away, game high, 12 points in this basketball game. Inside ball was poked away. It'll be a foul, actually. I think they're going to get it on Brody Smith there.
Yep.
Going to the line, they'll send.
No, I
don't
it's
think
not.
They're
not
going
to
foul.
No, they will.
They will.
I think
they
they
will.
thought about not doing it, and there might have been a miscommunication or something.
It'll be Christian
No,
White.
it's not.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
wow.
they switched it.
So our suspicions were correct there.
Yeah.
And it will not be a shooting foul. White will be the one to inbound it, looking for Roberts. Instead, kicks it out for Bernard. Out near almost where we're at on the logo of Ohio.
Three.
Deep three from Roberts. He answers. Gets the lead back to double digits.
Roberts is such a talented player.
He is.
He's at 6'8" tall, right? You're not expecting this guy to just pull up from three. And like that was just a spot up three. That looked like Victor Wembanyama.
Yes.
And he just kind of sits in the corner and pulls it. As now, here go the Jeeps back the other way.
Great pass on the inside and a finish from Bernard. Assist goes to Malt as they try to push the break. Go the Lions. They don't have any numbers. It's Smith into the short corner. Kicks it to Barrera. Now to Griffin Friend around the horn.
Use advantage of the mismatch here. Try and set a screen and get some.
I think that's what he wants.
Yeah.
He wants the screen, pick and
Good
pop
ball
action.
movement.
Friend, corner, three. No. Left it
Got
short.
nothing.
Didn't get anything on that one. White now to Roberts. Jeeps with the basketball.
And the momentum again as well.
Yes, it seems like once Fairfield tries to get back into this basketball game, South Webster answers quickly. Now it's for Malt, top of the key. Shot fake, drives inside, finishes with the right hand up and over, won't get it to fall. Opposite way it'll go now for Smith. Bringing it up the floor for the Lions. Down the right lane, splits defender, stops. He's hacked. He'll go to the line, shoot two. As they might, as somebody yells for South Webster's faithful, says that's on the floor.
Yeah, no doubt about that one being a
shooting foul. So it looks like we're going to see Dane Hodson check back into this basketball game. Haven't seen Chase Newman in this one for the Lions. The first one is up and good there for Brody Smith.
Just got to continue to dent this deficit. And again, I mean, you already almost given up your point average for the season in just about 2.5 quarters. So you got to be a little bit more efficient offensively. I mean, they only average scoring about 55 points per game. They might need to get over that number if they want to make this comeback.
I think they're going to have to at this point of the basketball game. Back to a 10-point difference as Malt will bring it up 4 now for the Jeeps. Zone defensive set.
That looked like a miscommunication. And
I think they're trying to figure out
I think they got away with it a little
bit
there.
Defensive set here. They switched it between man-to-man and zone. Now I think they might be in man. It's corner for Bernard. 3 won't go. Rebound by Smith. Somewhat pushing the floor, looking for Hodson backside.
He made a good cut.
Had his hand in the air, but too many Jeeps in the way. Looking for a screen. Hodson dribbles on the inside. Stops. Kicks it out. Friend. Top of the key. Shot fake. Drives inside. Good corral.
Rejected.
Back by Roberts. Up the floor. It's Malt. 2-on-1 set. Malt to the cup.
Ooh.
Won't get it. Blocking foul. They'll say the feet were not set there from Dane Hodson. So going to the line, shooting 2 here, will be Owen Malt.
Yeah, back and forth. Roberts again just sparking it with that rejection. And quickly back the other way. Malt got up there. He really took off on that shot attempt.
For a guy who's 5'11", he was
he was
pretty
flying.
close.
Yep.
Pretty close to maybe even putting that one home with his right hand. Instead, he kissed it off the glass. Got the first to fall. Second opportunity here at the line. Leaves it short. And it'll be rebounded by Logan McIntosh. Still trying to get back within 9. Back within single digits at this point are the Lions. Friend gets a screen there from Quentin McIntosh. Pick and roll. Mismatch now.
They got to work the screen game a bit more to try and get mismatches that aren't Roberts, or even get one of your shiftier players on Roberts to try and work around him. Right now, the offense isn't working for Fairfield.
To Williams, McIntosh to McIntosh on the inside. It doesn't work.
Lost the
Offensive
ball.
rebounds Hodson. He turns
threw it away.
over, and the opposite way it'll go for the Jeeps. Up the floor. That one was sent back, but instead they're going to get a foul. And Quentin McIntosh,
It's his third.
he blocked the shot attempt there from Schubert. But they said too much contact there. Schubert tried to shield his body from that contact, as we're going to see Bo Stevens and Bryson McClintic, excuse me, check back into the game. 2 opportunities here at the line for Schubert. 7th and 8th free throws of the game for the Jeeps. First one, no good. 4 for 7 now are the Jeeps of South Webster. McClintic checks back into the game. Bernard and Malt will take the rest on the bench.
Hadn't seen Stevens, and he's still leading the way in this entire game.
14 points.
14 points. He just caught fire there in that.
He just found a home on the block.
Second quarter. Yeah, exactly. He found the block, and then he hit that nice fadeaway 3.
Back on the floor for the Lions, Caleb Barrera.
As Caleb Barrera will check back into the game. Give Quentin McIntosh a rest on the bench with his foul trouble, and South Webster shows a bit of pressure here.
Yeah, they're shooting 62% from the field as well, which is just elite numbers. That's what they need more of. And I think if you're Fairfield, you got to figure it out defensively. Pick man or zone and stick to it and reap the rewards.
On the outside, it's Smith. Good defense so far from White. As McIntosh will try a jumper from the charity stripe, and he gets it to fall. Back to 10. That seems to be the comfort zone for the Jeeps in this basketball game.
Yeah.
And leading. Good cut on the inside. They'll kick it out. Roberts will take a 3 opportunity. Won't get it to fall. Offensive rebound, Stevens. He leaves it way short. McClintic got the rebound. He left it short. Ball's thrown out. Scrambling for it. Jeeps possess it. McClintic thought about a 3. Instead kicks it out now to White. He'll set up the offense. Now to Schubert looking for a cutting McClintic.
Well, Roberts made a great cut underneath the basket, but they didn't find him.
They're going to get Stevens
thrown
throws
away.
it right away. Smith with the basketball for the Lions. Trying to push the break here. Kicks it. Friend. Good closeout there from Schubert. Friend attacks. Sent back by Roberts. Too much contact before the shot.
They're going to get the foul on McClendon, I believe.
It's either going to be
Schubert,
him or
sorry.
Schubert. It'll be Schubert. Or no, they'll say Roberts. They're going to say
Wow,
Roberts
I
had the
thought
foul.
Schubert committed the foul there on the block.
His first, team second.
So
Yeah, Roberts is doing the same thing. He's like, me? Friend drills the first one.
First one does fall there. Finally back within single digits. So that 13-0 run really
you
is.
talk about that momentum possession thing.
Yes.
Yeah, this is where you're in that zone now where you have to get going. This is a little, 4-0 run, and they've got it to single digits a couple times, but now you need to find a way.
Get it, Roberts with a lob and a layup. That's not the way you're going to do it there.
Not at all.
And it seems like once Fairfield gets it close, or at least close within a single-digit mark, South Webster makes it a double-digit game.
Always a step ahead. Always one step ahead. Here's how you change that, though, is hitting threes.
Doesn't get it to fall from Smith. Rebound goes to Roberts. McClintic will push the break. Now to White. Slowing it down now to Roberts. Back to White. Stevens. He's had a great game off the bench. Schubert, top of the key, guarded by Friend. Dribbling on the inside, trying to overload the offense.
That looked like it might have been a foul.
Almost a reach and attempt there from Griffin Friend. Stevens looking for Roberts, kicks it. Top of the key now. White to the cup. Fade away.
How
Was
about
a
that
layup.
rebound?
Good rebound by Roberts. He can't get it. Tipped and rebounded by Friend. 3-on-3 numbers. They're going to take it the opposite way. It's Barrera into the lane. Corner.
Gotta hit
Hodson
those. Oh,
didn't
pass
decide
it
to
up.
take it. He gets it to Friend. Shot fake. Kicks it to Smith. Smith. Now they'll take their time with
See,
Hodson.
you have to take that 3 there in that position. When you have momentum in transition,
Don't
give the defense time to set up.
and recover in that situation.
If you don't make it, you don't make it. Go crash the boards, get a rebound. I don't like not taking the shot there.
Hodson on the inside, lost it, kicks it to Friend, swings it. Barrera still won't take a shot. He'll do a rise and fire instead. Left it way short, tipped, saved into the hands of Barrera. He doesn't look like he has a shot. Smith 3, right wing, no good. Off back bumper.
Ooh.
Rebound to Roberts. That was a possession that Fairfield could have easily walked away with points.
Yeah, and it's if you tell the story of this game and it ends in a South Webster win, those are the sort of possessions that Fairfield will be begging to have back because you get a great look in the corner for 3 in transition and you pass it up.
White's fouled.
And then you can't finish the dinner on the remaining possession. It's you missed 2 other threes in the possession as well, and Again, the three-point shooting, the numbers are down to 30% from beyond the arc. I don't believe they've hit one here in this second half.
They have not. They're usually a good shooting team behind that arc, as mentioned a little earlier. They shoot it above, just a shade above 37%. As we'll see Quentin McIntosh return back into the game. He'll give Brody Smith a rest on the bench. It's been a tough sledding for Smith as Bernard and Malt check into the game.
McClintock is in for the Jeeps
and
as well.
We see another behind off the back. Off the back there goes Bernard, and he gets the two to fall. Back-to-back games we've seen that happen. McClintock hit the floor for a second. A little bit of streaky shoes there.
That's what he'll tell you.
I'm just trying to help him out a little bit. McIntosh into the corner, backing down the man, kicks it out. Friend, they need this three. Tough shot. Rebound McIntosh. Back to Friend. He'll take another three. They still need it. Won't get it to fall. Rebound Roberts, the tallest man. He'll push the break now. Tries to go coast to coast. Kicks it out. McClintock, he's got an open three. Cash! Fairfield.
Biggest lead of the game.
Yes,
46 to 31.
15-point difference. Barrera, rise and fire. Short with it. Tip, rebound Roberts. No more shots in the quarter. And that run at the end of the quarter will give South Webster their largest lead of the game. 15-point difference. Jeeps looking to go back-to-back in Division 7 in the Southeast District. Don't go anywhere. So you're watching Total Media Sports.
Hungry for something amazing? Sully's in the Valley is now open in Beaver, serving up the best flavors around, from sizzling brick oven pizzas to what might be the best Reuben in Ohio. Every bite is made with top quality, high-grade ingredients, fresh, flavorful, and crafted to perfection. Sully's is your new go-to spot. Come see what everyone's talking about. Sully's in the Valley, now open in Beaver.
Are you feeling the chill or battling the heat? Look no further than Austin Heating and Cooling, your one-stop solution for all your HVAC needs. Serving Beaver, Ohio and beyond, we offer complete residential and light commercial services, including HVAC installation, repairs, and maintenance. But that's not all. Partner with Village Construction and Septic, we provide comprehensive solutions from walk-in coolers to wood boilers, plumbing, and even camper services. With over 15 years of experience, you can trust us to keep you comfortable all year round. Call Corey Austin at 835-1365 or find us on Facebook. Austin Heating and Cooling, your comfort is our priority.
Back here in the fourth quarter. 8 minutes to continue the season here for Fairfield as they trail by 15 to the South Webster Jeeps. The Jeeps looking for back-to-back district titles and back-to-back wins over Fairfield in the Convo in back-to-back seasons.
Nice
McIntosh,
finish.
Great finish, high off the glass. Roberts
He's been great. He's been the spark plug today.
He's really been the majority of their offense.
Yeah.
They've struggled from the outside, and he's just found some buckets on the inside. Molt. Now to McClintock. Looking for Bernard. Good defense here by Hodson. Finally finds the hands of Schubert. Now to Molt. Now to McClintock. Back to Molt. Or excuse me, that's Schubert in the corner. Roberts guarded by McIntosh. Tries to beat him off the dribble. Right to the cup. Easy finish. Roberts. You're the tallest man on the court like that. It's going to be hard to defend him.
It is.
If you're a forward on the inside for the Lions.
Yeah, that's an elite drive. There really isn't much you can do to stop that. You can play fantastic defense, and when you got a guy who's 6'8" who drives to the cup like that, it's tough to stop.
And Logan McIntosh answers quickly. Now has the game high in points with 18. But on the opposite way, Owen Malt, easy two. South Webster still with that 15-point lead. Still, since that 13-0 run to start the second
They've just
quarter.
stayed one step ahead.
Yes, they have. They got it all the way up to 14 in the first half, 15 in the second. McIntosh fouled, will go to the line and shoot two for the Lions.
Dylan Schubert picking up his third foul, first of the period.
Foul go against Schubert, so two at the line here for Logan McIntosh. As you mentioned, Ethan, he's really the only spark plug on the offense. I mean, you've got Griffin Friend with 7, and behind him is Smith with 6.
Yeah, Friend has been pretty inefficient as well. He's missed a lot of shots, especially from outside the arc.
But, we mentioned at halftime to see if they would get Brody Smith involved in the offense, and he's still struggled here in this second half. Second opportunity for McIntosh will not go. Schubert with the rebound. He'll bring it up the floor now for the Jeeps. And throws it right out of bounds was McClintock. He was looking for Schubert. Threw it right off his shoulder. 5th turnover of the game for the Jeeps. It's been pretty similar turnover-wise. 5 in total for South Webster. 7 for Fairfield. So nothing too out of the ordinary. Unlike last game that we saw where Miami Trace had 19 turnovers compared to Steubenville's 4. Logan McIntosh almost lost it for a second. He does lose it. Was looking for a turnover, and they turn it right over. 8 turnovers. He tries to poke it away from Roberts. Roberts stops his dribble but kicks it off. Schubert looking for Bernard. Schubert keeps it. Now to Bernard. Into the corner. He'll dribble. Now to Molt. Top of the key goes Owen Molt. Kicks it in the corner for Bernard. Thought about a 3. Instead, he'll back it out. Swinging it. Top of the key now for Schubert.
For Fairfield, they've played great defense in this game, but right now their issues are on the other side of the floor. But again, you see the spacing. They've done a really good job of sticking with the basketball and with moving under their screens.
Molt with it. Out wide, trying to draw a double team. Bernard gets that double team, kicks it out to White. They're playing a good job, doing a good job of playing keep away right now.
Yeah.
Are the Jeeps.
In a 14-point game, Fairfield's going to have to start thinking about fouling relatively quickly. Now, right now, you can play the straight-up defense, the benefit of no shot clock, and then those are the opportunities where you got to be able to take advantage and try and sneak a steal in.
White with the basketball. They've bled about over a minute with this offensive possession here. Has South Webster as they finally get a foul. Smith wanted a steal, but that'll be his 3rd foul. The first of the quarter as a team for Fairfield. You still have 3 more to give until you'd send them to the line. South Webster so far 4 for 10 from that charity stripe.
Caleb Rice in.
As Caleb Rice will check into the ball game, his first minutes in the second half, as they've rested Quentin McIntosh with 3 fouls here in this game, here in the second half. Molt with the basketball, kicks it back. Inside, or excuse me, on the left wing now. They're taking their time. They're splitting it, doing it well.
Inside.
Roberts now inside of the block. Great backside pass to Molt. He can't get it to fall. Rebound still on the floor. Still scrapping for it. Great work there from Bernard. South Webster keeps the basketball, keeps the possession. Schubert, Molt, back to Schubert.
I mean, this is like 90 seconds of possessing the basketball.
I mean, they got it with about 6 minutes left to go in the 4th. Clock is now down to 4:25. Timeout, South Webster. They're probably going to draw up a reason to do keep away. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 4:23 left to go in the 4th. South Webster trying to go back-to-back in district titles.
A proud sponsor of Eastern Pike Local School Sports, Chase Brown Law, LLC is your trusted attorney in Waverly, Ohio. Whether it's real estate, closings, title searches, estate planning, probate, child custody, or divorce, we're here to help. Visit us at 112 West 3rd Street or call 740-947-2176. Chase Brown Law, your partner in navigating life's legal complexities.
Discover the ultimate destination for custom apparel at Elizabeth's Custom Tees. Specializing in direct-to-film printed apparel and top-notch embroidery, we bring your designs to life with crisp vibrancy. From sports team to businesses, we've got you covered. Our embroidery services offer a classic, high-quality finish. Whether it's clothing or accessories, we customize it all. Serving Beaver, Ohio, and beyond, contact Philip or Kristen Babs at 357-6531 or 395-4905. Visit us on Facebook or email elizabethstees@gmail.com. Elevate your style with Elizabeth's Custom Tees today.
You're watching Total Media Sports coverage of the OHSAA Convo Tournament. Don't forget to subscribe for more local sports content.
4:23 left to go in regulation. South Webster 14-point advantage for the past almost 97 seconds. They played keep away and played keep away well against Fairfield. They're just trying to drain the clock at this point and hold on to a victory as Brody Smith will pick up his 4th foul there.
Wow, yeah. Why have Smith foul?
That's what I'm wondering.
You got 3 guys with no fouls.
Personal foul. It's the second 15 foul.
And now Smith's got 4. I think honestly Smith's got to think about that as well. You know you have 3 fouls.
Don't want to pick up another
and
one.
You just you got to be smarter there.
Especially when you have
let anybody else foul.
3 other guys on your team with no foul.
Wide open.
Opens Malt to the cup, and finally the keep away ends, but it ends with a bucket. And it's the largest lead of the game for the Jeeps. Barrera, spin move. Floater in the lane, won't go, off back bumper. It's rebounded and possessed in by Schubert. Splitting defenders. Good pass, Bernard. Shot blocked by Smith, but it will remain
Smith
South
had to be
Webster.
careful there.
Yeah, didn't want to pick up his 5th foul.
Had to get all ball there, or he would have been done.
So we're going to see Hodson and Quentin McIntosh check back into the game.
You have to think Smith is one of those substitutions. It's not.
No, it's not. They're going to keep him on the floor. It'll be Barrera and Rice checking out of this basketball game.
I think at this point, you're down by 16 points. You need your best players out there.
Bernard, Roberts, 3, looking for it. Dagger. 19 points the lead now for the Jeeps, and they can sense blood in the water. Back-to-back titles are the Jeeps looking for. Smith continues on a tough night shooting as is tipped out of bounds by Quentin
really
McIntosh.
struggling from the floor. As a whole, really, the whole team.
Yeah.
They're shooting just 36% from the field, 23% from three.
That's the craziest stat to me because they're a well-efficient three-point shooting team. Just has not been their night here for the Fairfield Lions. Up the floor, Roberts corrals it. Splitting defenders. They're going to play keep away once again. We'll see how long this one takes. They did over 100 seconds the last time.
Last one, yeah.
They had a shot. They got an offensive rebound, but
at
it's
this
still
point, honestly, with the
continued.
way this is going, we're getting pretty close to, this game being over as a contest. Fairfield's going to have to step up a little bit here and play tighter defense and do stuff like that.
There they go.
Great
Force
turnovers.
a turnover in that situation. Logan McIntosh the opposite way. Looking to pass it out. Finally finds Hodson. Kicks it around. Thought about the corner for Friend. He was ready to shoot. Didn't find him in time. Smith throws it off of a defender. It's off of Schubert. Hodson finally corrals it. Gets it out to Quentin McIntosh. He was looking for a foul. But they got numbers now. Kicks it Hodson. Corner. Friend. Double team. Kicks it back to Hodson. Wide open. He'll take it. Pulls. Cash. Hodson gets it to fall. His first point to the basketball game. All Lions on the floor have scored now.
Yeah, you can continue to keep passing up those open looks, especially now in this desperate situation where you need 3-point buckets, and they get one there.
Schubert attacks on the inside. Thought about a double team for a second to the Lions. Malt lost it for a second. Gets it to Schubert. Double team. And poked away, but a foul. Reach in will go against McIntosh. His first. That's a guy you want to foul in this situation.
Yeah.
Logan McIntosh with a foul.
McIntosh been great today. 19 points. 3 assists, 3 rebounds. He's honestly been right with Roberts, stride for stride. He's played well, and now
wide
again
open
the
Schubert
basket.
to the bucket, and he got the 2.
You can't let that happen twice. You can let it happen once. You can't let it happen twice, and that's an issue on the backside of the defense. And South Webster getting closer and closer now.
As they would move on, and 3 there from Friend. He continues what's been also a tough night for him. 3 from Smith. Finally buries one. Waiting all night to call his name on that one, and he finally gets it to fall. As Brody Smith, 15 points the difference. Up the floor go the Jeeps. As they start their cheers. And can sense a back-to-back district title as the foul will go against Friend, his first. Also another guy you want to pick up a foul.
Yeah.
Griffin Trent picking up the foul. That's his first.
And the Jeeps of South Webster,
14 foul.
the winner of this game, rather,
Chase
would
Newman coming into the
move
game.
on to face
Or Quentin McIntosh.
Patriot Prep.
Yeah, Colonel
Patriot
Patriot Prep. I've never heard of them before.
Columbus. It's Columbus. That's what
Yeah.
COO is. Patriot Prep up there in Columbus. I'm going to be completely...
Steubenville Central's on the other side of the bracket for the team.
Yes, for the
winner
East.
of this next game.
I will tell you, as a man from Columbus, I have not even heard of Patriot Prep before, and I'm from the Central District.
Huh.
I heard of the team that they defeat, though, Newark Catholic. That's a team
right
in my woods.
Yeah, that's right next to you.
Yes, it is.
Wide
Up
open, easy.
Schubert with an easy bucket. But it looks like the Jeeps going to face that Patriot Prep squad.
Do you think they're the Patriots?
I can't remember what they. I think they might actually. I think
See,
they might
now-
be the
now I'm
Eagles.
gonna go
I
look
think
it
they
up.
might be the Eagles. I've seen them on Max Preps before. Back when I had to call Northside Christian here in the Convo 2 years ago. They're part of the MoCal. I know what conference they're in. They are part of the MoCal, the Mid-Ohio Christian Athletic League. But I think they might be the Eagles. I'm not sure about that. I guess we'll find out whenever you get to pull it up. But obviously, South Webster is at the point where they're just backside all trying to hammer it on one side. Roberts tried to hammer it. That would have been just the absolute icing on the cake for this one. As 3, Smith corner rolls out and tipped out of bounds. It'll go off of Fairfield, and the clapping starts for the Jeeps.
Yep.
And the faithful are once again looking to have back-to-back district titles, and they are looking for 6-0. It would be 6-0 over Fairfield in the history between these two.
Now some of the seniors will check out for Fairfield. McIntosh deserves a special mention. He played fantastically well.
Him, Hodson,
and its Chase Newman. Final game.
Well, I'll check out all the seniors there. He left it all on the floor, led the way for the Lions, but the Jeeps of South Webster will be moving on once again. In a little less thrilling fashion than they did last year against Federal Hawking in a district title.
God, what a game that was.
But they will be moving on.
I think the Jeep faithful are
a lot happier with this one, a lot more comfortable.
And there was a lot of emotion over there on the other sideline from McIntosh. There was a long embrace between him and Coach Williams.
And obviously he did not want to end his career here in the district final, but South Webster takes the victory 59-44.
Again, they had that run in the second quarter. They really just never looked back. Fairfield got within 6, and that was the closest they got it. And then South Webster were able to just pull away late and never look back.
And Fairfield led this ball game early. They got off to a roaring start.
Had a 7-point lead.
And from that point, it was all South Webster. That timeout was really the what you would say the climax and the balance point of this game. And from that point on, it favored all the Jeeps. And they will be moving on once again. Another win in the column for Coach Norm Person. I believe he's almost, I want to say he's near, I'm trying to think of what it was. He got his 800th win
in this building.
I think he might have, this might be, in this building last year against Trimble.
Yep.
They picked up one more after that, so 801. They got 20 this season, so 821st victory.
Wow.
For Coach Norm Person, still third all-time in OHSAA history, and we will turn it over to the great Lou Horvath for the district honorees.
Call your names. Please come forward to accept your medals. Chase Newman. Zach Azareth. Lane Burgess. Dane Hodson. Caleb Rice. And your starters, Griffin Friend. Caleb Pereira. Brody Smith. Quentin McIntosh. And a man who lights up the convo when he's here, Logan McIntosh. Head coach Quentin Williams and his staff. Accepting the district runner-up trophy, the Lions of Fairfield. And now, once again, here in the convo, your district champs, the Jeeps of South Webster. Please come forward when I call your name. Ray Tackett. Caden Carver. Corey Burton. Caden Perkins. Bryson McClintock. Dehan Fro. Brigham Burton. Braden Bernard. Cole Bennett. You can call him Ensign Heat off the bench. Bo Stevens. Hunter Bernard, your starters. Owen Malt. Dylan Schubert. Your man with the assist, Christian White. And the high point man of the afternoon, Eli Roberts. Head coach Norm Pearson and his staff. The district championship trophy is going back where it has always been and once again will belong to the Jeeps of South Webster. Unofficial scoring indicating first for Fairfield. Griffin Trent had 9, 1 point for Caleb Barrera. Brody Smith with 9 points. Logan McIntosh leading the Lions with 19 points. Quentin McIntosh.
When every second counts, trust Emergency Medical Transport of Ohio. Covering Scioto, Pike, and Adams County, we're ready for any transport need. 911 emergencies, hospital transfers, dialysis, nursing home transports, and more. Safe, reliable, and always prepared. Our team is dedicated to getting you to where you need to be when you need to be there, because your care is our priority. Emergency Medical Transport of Ohio, ready when you need us. Serving Scioto, Pike, and Adams County. Call today or learn more online.
You're watching Total Media Sports coverage of the OHSAA Convo Tournament. Don't forget to subscribe for more local sports content.
Back here at the Convo, Game 1 of the Southeast District in Division 7 for our district finals here. Almost done for the day. We got one more game to go with Portsmouth Notre Dame and Manchester coming up next here in about 40 minutes or so. But South Webster takes back-to-back district titles in this basketball game. They spread the wealth in this basketball game. Great game off the bench from Bo Stevens. Led their way from their scoring for a majority of that game. I believe he had 14 points off the bench. All of them were in first half.
Yeah.
The other really opportunity was Eli Roberts had 19 points this evening. He got into double figures as well. Great basketball game for Roberts, but this team's geared up for a deep run.
They are.
They will obviously continue their season. They'll be playing at Ohio Dominican later on this week as they continue on to a regional semifinal
I
match.
think this team will fancy their chances of getting out of this region.
Yeah,
I think that
so
they'll feel like they can get to the state Final Four. This is, we talk about playoff expansion. South Webster is a school that greatly benefits from playoff expansion because they're really, really elite. They just sometimes have run into juggernauts in the past. Like Highland.
That's who beat them
in
last year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you look at the bracket now, and you look at the teams, the 3 teams that are already set there, and then the winner of this next game will be the 4th team to be there in Ohio Dominican later this week. They'll feel like they can beat any of those 4 teams,
Yes.
and I really do. I agree with them. I think they can as well.
Yes, that is absolutely true. I mean, South Webster continues their season, marches on 20-3 now on the season. They'll head to the regional semifinal action while finishing up the season 18-7 will be Fairfield. We are not done today, folks. Not done whatsoever. One more to go in Division 7, and that will wrap up our coverage here today from the Convocation Center. But For Ethan Sargent, this is Cade Williamson. 59-44 final in this one. South Webster takes the victory and the district championship back down to the Bloom Vernon School District area, and they will be continuing to move on with their playoff success. That'll be all here for this game this evening. Once again, folks, make sure to tune in about 30 minutes or so for our final stream of the day. Portsmouth Notre Dame, Manchester coming up, but you've been watching district final basketball here on Total Media Sports.